Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody.
I'm going.
Yeah, I want to thank you for being here. I know that it's not really by choice necessarily. This is your home base. This is where your teacher is. This is where Mr. Hall told you to be. But I want to let you know that I am honored to be able to speak in front of you today. I'm going to say some things this morning that are going to challenge your thinking. Hopefully that will stretch you to be the best person that you can be. I'm also going to say this morning that I am not here just talking to kids. I'm here this morning talking to everybody that's in the gym. Every single person. The talk this morning is a little bit about this saying we call owners versus renters. Okay, you may have heard myself or your teacher, Mr. Hall, ask you in the hallway every once in a while, are you an owner, are you a renter? We pick up a piece of garbage, we throw it away, we help someone with their books, something like that. Okay? I want to talk about that today, but I also want to kind of take a step back because I want to make sure that when we're talking about working hard and being nice, when we're talking about owners versus renters, that there's meaning behind it. That it means something to you. See, a lot of times we come to convocations and there's a little bit of rah-rah, you leave the gym, and it's forgotten. I want to say something to you today that you will never forget. I want to speak to you today in a way that will last with you forever. I mean that. So I want to start with a little story about myself. I'll give some context about this. Okay? Some of you may see me in the hallway, and I'm wearing my dress clothes, I got my tie on, I'm wearing my slacks, got my overcoat, you know, I drive up in my white car, and you think, man, Mr. Wicks, man, he makes money, you know, he has this life, he must have grown up kind of privileged, right? I'm here to tell you this morning, that couldn't be further from the truth. I want to share a little bit about my childhood with you. Listen to me right now. Eyes, right here. I did not grow up in a privileged household. I grew up in a divorced household. I grew up in a household where my dad had a good job, but he lost it because he was an alcoholic. I grew up in a house where me and my boys were playing at the park. You know, when the sirens go by and it's a fire truck, and you're on your bike, and you want to ride, oh man, what's going on, what's going on? Except when we follow the police cars, they show up at my house. My dad's the one that's going to jail. That's the kind of childhood that I grew up in. That's the household that I grew up in. Not privileged. So going through elementary school, going through middle school, I'm kind of soul searching, you know, just like you guys are right now, trying to figure out what's your why? What's your purpose? Why are you here? What's meaning for you? What's meaningful? Who are those people in your life that are going to make a difference? When I was younger, the people that were making a difference were not my parents. I was a kid that played sports, was involved in activities, was up on stage, playing instruments, not very well, but I played. My parents never came to one of my athletic events. Middle school, high school, college. I was a college athlete, played football and run track. My parents never came to one of my track meets. Not one. I was the kid that was on the floor, on the field, looking out to see where my parents were. I saw other kids. I saw their dads. I didn't see my dad. Playing basketball, looking up in the balcony. Played in a really small gym. My dad wasn't up there. My mom wasn't up there. I was the kid that was bumming for a ride home because I didn't have a ride home after the event. I was a kid back in the day, you could ask your teacher for a ride home and it wasn't a big deal. I was the kid getting a ride home from my teacher because my parents were absent. I had one opportunity where I thought, man, finally, playing PLU, Pacific Lutheran University over in Seattle. I'm starting as wide receiver, I'm starting as a kick returner and a punt returner. Whitworth University here in Spokane, and my brother and my dad are supposed to be there. Kickoff goes, I'm looking up in the stands. I see my brother, but I don't see my dad. At the time, I'm thinking, oh, the hell with it, you know? Excuse my language, but seriously, the heck with this. Forget him. 2 days later, I found out the reason why my dad wasn't there is because he passed away. Took his own life. That's the childhood that I grew up in. I spent my life up to that point thinking, what's my why? I never had anyone ask me what my why was. My parents didn't ask me. The conversations that I'm having with my kids, Isaac, Xavier, Olivia, little Pearl, when I'm tucking my kids at night, I'll tell my kids, be a positive leader in your school tomorrow. Be a positive leader in your school tomorrow. Not for yourself, for others. I didn't have anyone asking me that question when I was younger. And it wasn't until a tragic event, the passing of my father, that I had to stop everything and ask myself that same question. What's your why? What's your purpose in life? My why is sitting in Miss Kite's 4th grade classroom right now. Her name's Olivia. My why is sitting in a classroom in Salk Middle School right now. His name is Xavier. My why is at North Central High School right now. His name is Isaac. My why right now is making breakfast for my other why at home. Their names are Michelle and Pearl. That's my why. My why is standing right there. My why is standing right there. My why is sitting right here. This is my why. And some of you may be thinking, man, Mr. Wicks is tripping right now. Seriously. It's crazy. That's all right. You're right. I am tripping. I am passionate about my why. I am passionate about seeing every single one of you being successful. Why? Because I didn't have that when I was a child. I didn't have that when I was in middle school. I didn't have those people in my life challenging me, pushing me to be the best person that I can be. I'm living proof right here in the flesh that it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you have a drive, if you have a purpose, if you have a why, you can be successful. What's your why? What's your why? If you're listening to me right now, then you're hearing me talk about my why, and it has nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing. Seeing Miss Poindexter be a successful teacher has nothing to do with me. Seeing Jeremy Lee be a successful teacher has nothing to do with me. Seeing Ezekiel be successful when he graduates from high school and goes to college on a football scholarship has nothing to do with me. We're not put on this earth to be self-serving. You know what that means? It means I'm not on this earth to serve myself. I'm on this earth to serve other people. That's my why. How unfulfilling a life would be if the only person I ever helped in this world was myself. Think about that. What's your why? When you're thinking about what it means to be an owner versus a renter, when you're thinking about what it means to work hard and be nice, listen to me right here, right now. When you're thinking about that, the only way that it's going to have meaning for you is if you have a purpose, if you have a why. I was just talking this morning, there's a difference between knowing and believing. I know that it's important. Look at me. Right here. There's a difference between between me knowing that, yeah, we should keep the hallways clean, yeah, I should be to class on time, yeah, school's kind of important. There's a difference between knowing that and believing it. I can know it and not behave like it. When I believe it, my actions will match my beliefs. My behaviors will match my beliefs. What's your why? What's your purpose? You are not here by accident this morning. I am not here by accident this morning. You are not hearing this message by accident this morning. When I'm talking about coming to school and I am here to serve Trayvon Solomon that's sitting up in the top row up there, I mean that. And the fact that I check in with him every single morning with a little handshake and how you doing, I mean that. There's a lot of other kids that I see on a daily basis. It's not by accident, it's on purpose. What's your why? What is your purpose here? Teachers, students, what is your why? What are you willing to commit to make a difference? So when I say, yeah, Mr. Wicks is tripping, Mr. Wicks is passionate, I don't act like this every day. I don't have a mic in my hands every day, but I can tell you on the inside when I'm walking down that hallway, when I walk into a classroom and I see kids at work, when I step in here and I see our girls playing volleyball, putting it out there, trying their best, that's my why, and I am absolutely passionate about that. Now is the time to make a transformation. Shaw has been in existence for over 50 years. And for 50 years, there's been stereotypes about Shaw Middle School. There's been statistics about Shaw Middle School and the students that go here. I'm saying bull crap with those stereotypes. We're here to make a transformation. I'm here to be transformational. And I'm calling on kids, I'm calling on teachers, I'm calling on parents, I'm calling on whoever will listen to help us be transformational. I've already talked to some of the kids, and I tell you, I need you. You are going to be the ones that makes this place different. So today, this little conversation starter is to help you dig deep, to really think about what is your purpose at Shaw, what is your purpose in life, what is your why.